My name is Heryka. I was born in Venezuela and moved to the US when I was about 2 years old. So I have an interesting background in terms of just, I think, a different perspective on living in the US and try to do everything I can to make it easier for people who have similar backgrounds to me. I love the agency. I actually summered with previously LSSP my first year of law school. So I knew folks at the agency and I knew all the great work that they did. And so it was really important for me when I came back to Charlotte to continue helping out in any way I could. So I try to help out in litigation type pro bono cases. I love doing the immigrant cases with the kids, special immigrant and juvenile status. I also do a couple of contract disputes and some landlord-tenant work. You all just do like a ton of great work. I'm constantly referring people to you all, so I think it's only fair to help out in any way I can, because I know that you probably get a ton of calls, and so it's really important to have that support in the community to say we have a very large pro bono network of attorneys who also help us out. I love the special immigrant juvenile status cases. It's really, really great to see, anyone under the age of 18 be able to keep their status in the US. And so being able to help the kids have a future in the US, be able to be here with status can make such a big difference in their life in terms of if they want to go to college, they can get aid. It can just open so many more doors than they had before. So it's really great to be able to help those kids have a long-term, more opportunities in the US. I had a case recently that I just finished up. I always say my most recent case is my favorite case because all of them are so great. They're such wonderful clients, but this one in particular was a young man who purchased a trailer from his landlord, and at the end of the contract, when he finished paying, he was supposed to get his title, and the landlord did not give him the title. And there was actually some, I think, underlying discrimination. He felt that, this person was not going to be able to reach out because he had limited English skills. And so he thought maybe he could take advantage of him. So he reached out to CCLA, and then we actually got the case referred to us. And, in talking to him, I said, we can absolutely get you your title, but what are your long-term goals? Because with mobile homes, it's hard to, move. If you need to go somewhere else, it's very expensive to move the mobile home. And he told me, I actually want to move to Florida, which I was like, oh, that's really great. So how can we get you to Florida if you no longer want the mobile home? So we actually worked together to get his money back, what he paid for the mobile home. And so now he's actually living in Florida. So that was a fun case just because it's always nice to step up for someone who, in his specific circumstances, he had, this working relationship with a landlord who was like, you're never gonna take me to court, or bring me to justice for what I did. And he actually got to step up and say, hey, these are my rights. What you did was wrong. And this is what I'm entitled to. But he even went a step beyond that. And I think ultimately got to win even more because he was able to get out of the circumstance completely, get that money and have a new start in Florida. Bono is really great because it helps you kind of step outside of yourself. Sometimes we get very caught up in what's going on in Heryka's world today, but there's so many larger problems that kind of help you really see, okay, this is what's going on in my community, first of all. What's going on in Charlotte? What are the trends? Who's getting taken advantage of? How can I help? And so pro bono really allows you the avenue to be able to see what's going on in the community and kind of take steps to help people who can, possibly not afford a private attorney or maybe need a very specific like a very specific niche. So like I love helping people who speak Spanish or like limited, English, even if it's a different language. I just really understand kind of like the struggle of, coming to this country and not being able to fully communicate in English. So I love being able to help those people. So I think it just offers me the opportunity to kind of do something a little bit different and give back to the community. 1000%. There's so many different types of cases that CCLA has available. And also everyone at CCLA is just such a wonderful resource. They've always got your back. You're never in a case by yourself. If there's ever a question that you have or you need a toolkit, you can reach out and they're there to help you every single time. So it's never scary, even if it's your first time doing a pro bono case. It's a great agency that will hold your hand the whole way, or they will give you as much freedom as you need and trust you to, work with the client directly and reach their goals.